Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Cagesiders. I'm Jeremy Long, along with my co-host, Angelo Reyes. And we're back in studio with the lovely and talented Shannon Torres Gilman. As we introduce,
That's what Jeremy's been doing all day.
Okay.
We're having fun on set. So, and you're brought in by a whole group of beautiful
Gaggle
children.
of people, yes.
And
They make me
Diego.
look better. And he makes me just seem smarter, yes. Or more talented, maybe.
Who do we have here in
Yeah,
studio
what's
with
your
us?
name?
Carlos.
Carlos. How about you, young lady?
Zoe.
Zoe.
I'm Chloe.
Chloe.
You guys know me.
Say it anyway.
Diego D-Mag, there we go.
That's
D-Mag,
right.
back
He's
in
gonna be
studio.
fighting pretty soon, hopefully, right?
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to have him
right.
right here before he does.
Well, let's talk to Shannon about the WBC and these projects that she's doing. What I really love about Shannon here in the Vegas community, and you know how, as a Cagesiders, we're always pushing out the community.
Love
is
Vegas. Yep.
loves boxing, loves combat sports, goes around all the different gyms, really promoting things, and she's putting together this awesome free amateur boxing event. So talk to us a little bit about that, Shannon.
Well, the whole concept of it really came when the WBC decided that they wanted to really reach out to the amateur community. Everybody knows all of the champions, they know all of the pros. They certainly don't recognize the fact, though, that it does usually start very small. However, when you get into boxing and you get into any kind of professional athlete, there's a lot of expense in there. There's a lot of unevenness on who can compete, who can afford to compete,
Right.
what can go on. And it was really just a way to reach out and kind of make a level playing ground for everybody, so that everybody's included. It's a great thing. You can you can have aspirations to be a pro someday, but you don't have to. Like, anybody can get in there, learn the sport, learn to be a fan, learn to love it, and really kind of harvest that teamwork mentality. Because I think that's also just spills into every other thing that we have with children right now going on, is getting them something that's creative, that has a good moral backing to it, but also is going to tell them that they can do something. So it just started off of that, and it's really for Vegas. I mean, Vegas has an amazing amount of gyms, like incredible amount of gyms, but
Right.
a very small amount of competitors.
Yeah.
So really, what my passion is, truly, is finding those competitors who wouldn't normally compete, and being like, "Hey, man, trust me." And believe me, I've had to go and sell myself. They're like, "Yeah, no, you're not going to do anything," and it's like, "Please, just trust me. Like, you don't understand. Like I will fight for you."
And you see
So-
what I mean with someone like Shannon.
Right.
This is what keeps boxing going. Is
Right.
passionate people
Yeah.
who want to do good things. Really, all the time she spends on it out of the kindness of her heart. But her herself, I mean, she didn't grow up all rich with a silver
No.
spoon, man. Oxnard, La Colonia. You trained at La
Yeah.
Colonia boxing.
Absolutely.
You were there when what? Sergio Mora, Victor Ortiz. That's
They were the
guys
Victor. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ended up working for Victor Ortiz.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's interesting, because I think that a lot of people's perception, especially when they see a pro fighter or they see anybody within the world of pro fighting, to look at me, they're going to think I came from some silver spoon, and I certainly have the toys and I have all those things going for me now. However, I was the girl that didn't have any of that. I was the girl who got beat up on the daily. Like people tell me, "How did you learn how to fight?" And I said, "Well, I lost a lot." It's the truth. I know the taste of cement and shoes. So, that really is the only way you learn. But in learning that and getting myself placed into a gym, I also learned that I can fight and I can speak. And I can speak for these kids now when nobody else is going to speak for them. I can at least hang out with them and tell them, "Hey, I can relate to where you're at. I've been there. I've had nothing. I have a lot now." And only because somebody, like the people who give their time for free and they hang out and they train, somebody did that with me. And along the way, it's funny, because somebody asked me recently, they couldn't relate to me because they were like, "Oh, but you have everything, and why would you do that?" I said, everywhere along the way where I had a challenge in my life, I can literally pinpoint, like, this person fed me, this person clothed me, this person let me cry on their shoulder, this person told me, "Get up, brush it off, you're not special, you got to go out there and fight for what you want." And each person's impact in my life just created this, I'm hard to handle, I know, but I have a great heart too. So, it's a good thing.
Well, speaking of that, I mean, Chloe, I know you're training a little bit in boxing now, right? Diego, you're helping her out.
Oh, yeah.
A little bit and
Yes,
stuff. So,
yes.
But how cool is it to have this type of a person as your mom? You're actually seeing it with your own eyes. You're seeing her going out to the community. You're seeing her, pushing everybody and bringing everyone along. How does it make you feel?
It's awesome. It's really great to just see that anything is possible. It's really cool to see no matter what happens, no matter what challenges or stumbles along the way that might come up, if you just believe in it and if you just want it and you love it, like, you can do anything.
That's awesome. See, and
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
a direct inspiration right there, plus an inspiration to everybody else here in the community. And I know, Diego, I mean, you know, you're giving a lot of your time to
Oh, yeah,
do all of
definitely.
this stuff too, and the whole
Yeah.
Magdaleno
Yeah.
brothers.
And I can relate
Yeah.
to these kids because I've been there. I've been in their shoes before, you know. And to see them work hard every day, they look up to people like us, and it's a great thing. It's good energy.
Now, I know you like MMA also. I know you're a
I
good
was in
friend
the
of-
MMA
yeah.
world for a
Yeah,
while.
you were in
Good
the
friends
world.
of MMA
Is that
fighters.
something that you would want to get involved also, or are you kind of one project at a time? Let me get this boxing thing going first before I help out the MMA community, or where are
It's-
you at with that?
It's very funny because I have, as everybody knows, I have lots of friends in the UFC, and I have lots of friends with that background. I haven't had the drive to go back into MMA. I certainly am not training anymore MMA.
Oh, we got to fix that. The coach is going to fix that, right, Diego?
Yeah, it's probably coming, but I do have a lot of friends, you know, from Top Team and from the Boxillions, and that reach out to me and have said, hey, you know, I'd really like to do some of what you're doing. Like, is there any space for me within what you're doing? So that's a huge thought in my head. It certainly is something I'm looking into. I definitely am drawing into that right now. So who knows? You could see something like that happening for sure.
Maybe you could talk to the WBC, because I know that WBC does Muay Thai.
Right.
They
They have
do.
the Muay
They
Thai
do
belts
Muay
and
Thai,
does the
yeah.
boxing. How about a WBC first ever amateur MMA belt? Right?
People have been saying that. So far, they've been focusing on the boxing. They haven't wanted to go into that world. But who knows? I would be the first to say, you never know.
Come on, Mauricio. Come on, man.
I'm not instigating this.
We want to see a WBC like maybe Demetrius Johnson could be like the first WBC. That's what you get.
He's
from
gonna
wrestling
talk
with me.
his way right out of the UFC. He really is. Or maybe, you know, we already found a TV home for it. Last week we had Andrew Simon from Access TV.
That's right.
So I think we.
Oh, that's
I
true.
think we can
Access
totally
TV.
televise
There you go.
that.
You found the home for it.
That's true. That's
Yeah.
true. Yeah.
We've got a
Absolutely.
deal working somehow.
Well, can you tell everybody who's listening where they can reach out to you? Any help they can give?
Absolutely. Anybody can reach out to me. My Instagram is Trainwreck because I got knocked out by my best friend. So I'm also on Facebook, or you can contact the WBC sites and try to get a hold of us through there. But we will be here in July having our very first tournament, and it'll be loud.
I can't wait. I can't wait. I'm
I'm
excited. I love the smiles on the kids' faces there. They love
They're
it.
amazing.
Yeah, they're just watching themselves in camera. That's why Angelo's always smiling. He sees himself in the camera. He's
That's
just
true.
smiling all the time. So, thank you guys so much
Thank
for
you so
stepping
much.
in with us. We appreciate it. Stay with us, Cagesiders fan. We're going to have more right after this break.